feeling a little bit affected by these spring weathers, maybe in your mind, in your body, perhaps feeling a little bit out of sorts, perhaps even a little bit irritable, this practice is designed to bring you back to your body and to calm your body and your mind down and to get you into that good space. We're mainly going to be on the mats for today. You can have some blocks if you want. You can have a yoga strap if you want, but you don't necessarily need those. So starting off in the tabletop position, we'll bring our big toes to touch. Bring the knees out wide to either side of the mat. Walking the hands forward and just releasing the chest down to the mat, releasing the bottom down towards the heels. And placing the head on the mat, or if it's too far away, you can place a block on the head too. Just taking a few breaths here. And now you can stay here in Balasana and Child's Pose. Or if you like, you can press into the hands and the toes under and start lifting up into the downward facing dog. So lifting those hips up to the ceiling. Pressing the floor away with the hands and feet. And have the sensation that someone is lifting you up by the hips. And just making any adjustments that you need to get comfortable here. Maybe you want to pedal your feet a little, working into the backs of the legs. Maybe you want to move forward and back a little. Getting those shoulders ready. And then just becoming still when you're ready. Just taking a few breaths here. One more breath wherever you are. If you're in down facing dog, just bending through those knees, coming back to a tabletop position. If you're in child's pose, just walking your hands back, ready to tap out to a tabletop position. And now we'll just come down, sit down on our bottom. So bringing the feet together, front, letting the knees open out wide, left and right. If this is a little bit difficult for the knees, you can use your blocks here to give your legs some support. Inner thighs are feeling a little bit tender. So growing tall through the spine, neck, head, relax through the shoulders, and just placing the hands around the ankles, maybe onto the feet, just wherever you find comfort. And you can find a spot on the wall to focus on here, or maybe you prefer to lower your gaze just to a spot just in front of the feet. You can also close your eyes. And one more breath here. And taking the blocks away, put some blocks here. And just extending the legs to the left and right. Just as wide as you feel comfortable. And making sure that the toes and the kneecaps are pointing upwards towards the ceiling. So we don't want the legs to be flopping forward. We want the legs to be engaged. We want using those thigh muscles to rotate on the sides. And just placing the hands alongside the hips. Again, growing tall through the spine, neck, head. Rolling those shoulder blades back and down onto the back. And again, just finding a spot on the wall to focus on, or you can close your eyes. Having a few breaths. One more breath here. And now just bring the legs back together again. Stretching the legs out in front. Making sure those hips are square to the front edge of the mat. Bring the arms alongside the body. Rolling those shoulders back and down. And again, engaging through those thigh muscles, lifting those kneecaps upwards. And just gently flexing through the ankles to the toes, bring the toes back towards the body. Finding a spot on the wall to focus on with your eyes. Roll those shoulders back down, shoulder blades up the back. Growing tall out of the waist, sides of the body, front and back of the body. Feeling strong and stable. One more breath. And on your next inhale, bringing the arms up alongside the edge. Hinging from the hips. Reaching those arms forward, reaching for those feet. And then just placing the hands wherever they land. So that could be on the legs, alongside the legs. Maybe you can reach the feet. Another option here is to have a strap. You bring the strap around the feet and reach for the straps. Like this. But just coming as far forward as you feel comfortable. This time our focal point, our drishti point is looking towards the toes or a spot front of the toes. One more breath here. Wherever you are, walk the hands back, lift the body back up. Now bending through the right knee, draw the knee in towards the body, and then just drop that right knee out to the right, bring the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. I'm just going to grab a block here to place underneath that knee. If you have any knee issues or hip issues, it can be good to prop it up. So what I'm doing is I'm bringing that block up properly. Again, just drawing tall through the spine. Rolling those shoulders back and down, squaring the hips to the front of the neck. And when you're ready, inhaling the arms up alongside the head. As you exhale, hinging forward from the hips, reach those arms towards the left toes. And then placing your arms really comfortable somewhere on the leg, alongside the leg, towards the toes, or again, that strap. One more breath here. Releasing the hands, walking the arms back up. And drawing that right leg back in and extending that right leg back along that. Right, left knee this time. Draw the left heel and left heel into the body. Then bring that left knee out to the left foot to the inner thigh of the right thigh. Squaring the hips to the front of the mat. Inhaling the arms up alongside the head. And as we exhale, hinging from the hips, reaching those arms forward, and then just placing wherever they're comfortable. And just making a note how the left side and the right side feel. Maybe this side is tighter or looser, maybe it was the other side. It's always good to make note of these things. And one more breath here. Releasing the hands, walking the hands back up towards the body. Drawing that left leg back in and extending the left leg along the mat. If you're using a strap, place that strap off to one side. And now we'll just release down onto the back. Draw the heels in towards the body. And we'll bring the soles of the feet together again and let the knees drop out to the left and right. Again, we can use blocks here to prop up the knees. And just placing the hands wherever they're comfortable. You can place the hands on the tummy. You can place them alongside the body. Some people like to have them up above them. Just wherever feels comfortable. One more breath here. And bring those knees back together, flattening the feet back down on the mat. Drawing those heels a little bit close to the body, and you can bring the feet and knees hip width apart. Arms alongside the body. Tuck the chin into the chest a little to extend the back of the neck along the mat. And for this posture here, it's important that you're not rolling side to side. So if you'd like to pause, check out what we're about to do in the next few moments, do that before you attempt this. So we're pressing down into our hands and into our feet. As we inhale, squeezing the thighs and lifting those hips up towards the ceiling. And rocking up onto the shoulders. And just think about pressing the floor away with the hands and the feet. Take a breath here. And when you're ready, rolling the spine back down until the bottom touches. Right, again, as we inhale, push down through the hands and the feet. Lift those hips up toward the ceiling. Now you can stay here, or if you like, you can start to bring the hands together underneath the bottom. Interlace the fingers. And just kind of slide the upper arms underneath the body. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. You'll find you'll get a little bit more height here. And you'll want to stretch those arms long along the mat and really press those pinky fingers down towards the mat. Lifting a little bit higher with the hips here. Take a few breaths. One more breath. And when you're ready, releasing the arms, hands clasped, and slowly rolling that spine back down, vertebra by vertebra, until the bottom touches the mat. And just release here. Relax all effort in the legs and the arms. And when you're ready, rolling over onto your right side, pressing yourself back up. Coming back to a tabletop position here. And just bringing the bottom down towards the heels. Going to bring our forehead down towards our mat. So walking the hands back to there alongside the knees. Just bring the forehead down. Then also bring the forearms down alongside the legs. Palms, the hands facing upwards. And the fingers and toes going in the same direction. Now you can stay here, or if you like, just rocking gently up onto the top of the head. Lifting the hips up so that the weight of your body is even between your shins and the head. One more breath. And lowering the hips back down towards the heels. Forehead back down to the mat. Take a moment here. Bring the hands back alongside the knees. And very slowly bring the head back up. Bring back to tabletop. Taking a moment here. Letting yourself recalibrate. Then we'll come back down, lie on our backs. Rolling back down onto the back. Drawing the heels in towards the bottom again, arms alongside the body. And if you have a block handy, lifting the hips up just enough to slide that block underneath. And now you can stay here with the knees bent. Just resting here with hips just a little bit higher. in the chest. Again, tucking your chin into the chest, elongating the back of the neck along the neck. Another option here is to draw the knees in above the hips and then extend the lower legs upwards towards the ceiling. So straightening the legs here. You can also utilize a strap here, bring the strap along the bottoms of the feet. Giving the legs some support here and just having the arms, just using the weight of the arms, but relaxed arms to support the legs. If this is comfortable and you perhaps like to have a little bit more of a challenge, you can take the block away. And what we'll do is we'll flip the legs up above the head, then bring the arms into the small of the back, supporting the small of the back, and have the arms pressing down into the head. And you can bring the legs partially the way up, making a sort of a jackknife position. So rolling up and over the legs. Bring the hands into the small of the back. And bring the legs partially up. So that it's halfway between above the legs and the way up. Straight like a arrow. Again, tuck the chin into the chest. Making sure that your neck is straight. And your focus is kind of looking halfway between the thighs. You can look upwards towards the knees as well if it's comfortable. And if shoulder stand is in your practice, you can keep extending the legs all the way up so that the body and the legs are completely straight. Just make your decision which of those options that you like today. Supporting the hips with the block is a little bit more restorative. Shoulder stand and half shoulder stand is a little bit more challenging. Just see how you're feeling today. If you're going into shoulder stand, make sure that you're really pressing the hands into the small of the back, back to the small of the hands, really tucking that chin and chest. Have that feeling that someone is lifting you up by the legs upwards towards the ceiling. And of course, if at any point it's too much, then just lower the legs back down over top of your head. And have a bend in the knees. Wherever you are, take one more breath. If you're in shoulder stands, start to bring those legs over the head. And if your legs are supported by the block, just slide that block out from underneath you. Rolling the spine back down towards the mat. If your legs have been up in the air, then just slowly start to lower those straight legs down. Bring the chin up to the chest, lifting the head and the shoulders up off the mat. And slowly release the legs back down. As slow as you can with control. Once the heels touch the floor, release the head and shoulders. And pause here for a moment. Take a breath. Start to bring those hands underneath the bottom. Wiggle the hands underneath the bottom. Roll those shoulders in underneath the body. And pressing down through the forearms. Start to lift the chest up off the mat and look towards the toes. If that's too much, you can come up from above. So we're just sitting up with the legs straight. Walk those hands underneath the bottom, bending through the elbows, lowering those elbows down towards the mat. So supporting our body with our forearms, pressing down through the hands, forearms, elbows, lifting that chest up towards the ceiling. So we're getting a slight curve in the lower back. Looking towards your toes. And if the neck is okay, you can start to lift the chin, draw the eyes back to the back of the room, and let the head dangle. If you're doing this, really squeeze those shoulder blades together and make sure that chest is lifted. We'll just be here for a moment. If the eyes are back, start to bring the eyes forward, looking back toward the toes, looking frontwards to the toes. Opening up the elbows, sliding those elbows apart and just letting the spine roll back down. Release the shoulders, release the head back down to the mat, release the arms. Let the arms and legs roll away from each other for a moment. And now bring those legs back together. Bending through the right knee, draw the right knee into the chest. Bring the arms up shoulder height, stretching the arms, so left and right palms face down. And then draw that right knee across the body to the left, rolling up and over onto that left hip. You can encourage the right knee down towards the floor by placing the left hand on the outer part of the right knee if you like. And drawing that right shoulder back and down towards the floor. Looking up towards the ceiling, or if you'd like, turning your head and looking along the right arm. One more breath here. If the head is turned, turn your head back to center. And then rolling back, extending the right leg long. Bending through the left knee, bring the left knee into the chest. Bring that left knee across the body to the right. Rolling up and over onto that right side of the body. Bring the right hand to the outside of the left knee if you'd like. Roll that left shoulder back and down. And if you'd like, turning the head, looking along the left arm. And one more breath wherever you are. If the head is turned, looking back to center and rolling back onto the back. Extending that left leg along the mat. Bring the arms back down to one side body. Let the arms and legs roll away from each other. Finding a spot to focus on the ceiling. Softening your gaze on that spot. And then when you're ready, just closing the eyes. Looking into that dark space behind the closed eyes. And bring your awareness to the breath. In through the nose, back of the throat, down into the lungs. Out of the lungs, back of the throat, out the nose. Slowly starting to deepen the breath. Long, slow breaths. In through the nose, back of the throat, down into the lungs. Filling up abdomen. Maybe you can feel the ribs stand out to the left, right. And exhaling, ribs coming in, abdomen coming in, diaphragm coming in, out of the lungs, back of the throat, out through the nose. Now taking 3 deep breaths, inhaling when you're ready, deep down to the lungs. And exhaling with a sigh. Inhaling again. Once more. And wriggling the fingers and the toes, bring some movement back to the body. Once you're sure that you're awake, rolling over onto your right side and pausing there for a moment. And pressing yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. And just pausing to notice. Notice how your body is feeling now, here to the beginning of class. Notice the depth and the quality of your breath now. And notice how your mind is feeling now. And getting ready to close the practice by chanting 3 Oms, followed by Om, Shanti, 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 Hari Om. So we'll take 1 breath here for Om, inhaling and ready. And exhaling. Inhaling for Om. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Bring the palms of your hands together into the chest, rubbing the palms of the hands, create some heat in your hands. Once you've created enough heat in the hands, place the palms of the hands over the eyes, looking into the palms of the hands, allowing your eyes to adjust to the light. Bring them down over the face, cheeks, throat and the neck. Rub the palms together again. And do the backs of the hands, fingers and thumbs, wrists and forearms. Bring the palms together again into the chest. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you for joining me for this practice today.